East Asian fans and Western fans are watching the same anime, Jujutsu Kaisen, known in Chinese as, and walking away with fundamentally opposite emotional readings. Season 3, adapting the Culling Game, made the divide impossible to ignore. I want to explain exactly why, through the lens of Yuta Okkotsu. When Season 3 premiered in January 2026, international audiences were ecstatic. Mappa's animation was technically extraordinary. The Culling Game arc felt massive in scope, and Yuta Okkotsu, whose full name is pronounced Yuta Okkotsu, finally got his main stage Culling Game moment. Episode 4 rated 9.8 out of 10 on IMDb internationally. Meanwhile, Japanese fans pushed back hard. Japanese critics argued the anime rushed through emotionally pivotal chapters, stripping away the grief-rooted context that made each fight meaningful. Japanese fans specifically said Western viewers were only interested in the fights and missed the story's nuances. That split is not a coincidence. It maps onto something structural about the series from its very first episode. Jujutsu Kaisen began as a very specifically Japanese horror story. Cursed energy arises from the accumulated negative emotions of living beings. Those emotions physically manifest as cursed spirits, which scholars have traced directly to Japanese folk religion, onryō vengeful spirits, yūrei ghosts, and yokai. This is not genre decoration. It is the emotional operating system of the entire series. The character who best embodies the operating system is Yuta Okkotsu. In the JJK0 prequel film, released in Japan in December 2021, earning over 13 billion yen domestically, Yuta is haunted literally by Rika Orimoto, a childhood friend whose spirit is bound to him through unresolved grief and an accidental curse he placed on her when she died. That is a Japanese ghost story with specific cultural grammar. The deeper layer, Yuta's immense cursed energy, is explained in the series as a bloodline inheritance from Sugawara no Michizane, one of Japan's real Three Great Vengeful Spirits, a historical figure who became so powerful in death that he was literally deified to appease him. East Asian audiences fluent in that cultural reference understand Yuta's power as inherited grief, not inherited strength. Western audiences, by contrast, tend to read Yuta through his combat classification. He is one of only 4 special grade sorcerers, recognized by Jujutsu High. He possesses the reversed curse technique, an extremely rare ability to output positive energy and heal others. Only a handful of characters in the entire series can do this. That is not a wrong reading. But it is a different emotional entry point entirely. By Season 3, the Culling Game arc is operating at maximum spectacle. Gojo Satoru, sealed inside prison realm during the Shibuya incident in Season 2, is absent. The rules of the sorcerer world are dissolving. Mappa pushed episode budgets to approximately $160,000 per episode this season. For Western viewers who entered the series for action, this is exactly what they came for. For Japanese fans, the problem is that the folklore logic, the weight of what cursed energy means emotionally, the coherence of each character's grief as the source of their power, is being compressed to make room for spectacle. When the grief grammar disappears, the action sequences lose their meaning for viewers whose entry point was always the cultural framework underneath them. This is where Yuta specifically matters as a lens in Season 3. He enters the Sendai colony alone to accumulate points and protect civilians, taking down multiple ancient sorcerers through a combination of technique copying and reversed cursed technique. Western readers call this peak Yuta. East Asian fans who came through JJK0 feel that same power as the culmination of grief finally given agency. The special grade classification was never just a power level in the original logic of this series. It was a category defined by existential threat, the kind of entity whose very existence disrupts the balance of the world. Yuta inherits that classification through grief. Ryomen Sukuna occupies it as the king of curses from the Heian era. That symmetry is meaningful in a way that pure power scaling misses. The reception split around Season 3 is real, documented, and rooted in something structural. East Asian audiences are reading a folklore horror story about grief given physical form. Western audiences are experiencing spectacular mythological action. Both readings are internally consistent. The series is carrying 2 different cultural contracts at once. Which contract are you reading? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to know where you're coming from.